Hey, what's up? Easy Overdose here. Got a couple quick tips for you today, stuff that was not included in the main guide. If anything in this video is confusing or you don't understand it, please refer back to the original guide and it will explain everything. So one of the main things that I've noticed is after I made the guide, I was 48 when I made the guide, I'd been leveling strictly in dungeons from like 20 to 50, okay? And had no need to loot on the back tombs, had no need to worry about their UI for the most part, anything like that. Really wasn't too concerned. Well, I hit 50, and I was thinking, I'm gonna queue for the new content dungeon, right? I did, and it handed me my own ass multiple times. The first trash does not give you XP, and then it's straight into the first boss fight, which he hands you your ass, and that's the end of the story. So I went questing, and come to find out, I was lacking some stuff and needed to tweak some stuff as far as my UI on the questing end. So if you're gonna notice down here at the bottom, the UIs look pretty similar. You can see this dude's chat box over here is a little tweaked, and this stuff's actually not even where it's supposed to be because I closed the windows whenever they were resized differently. So I'm gonna show you a trick. Just keep your eyes at the bottom of the screen. Boom, how you like that? Alright, so what this is I'm sure everybody knows that this was like one of the super basic things and I left it out of the guide. So it's slash export UI, and then you just name it, right? So we're gonna name it test, and then you can type slash import UI and name, the name. Okay, so then we do slash export key bindings, and then name that one something, right? And then so what that's gonna do is you go through here and set all your bindings to what you need them at, right? So you can see I'm like remapping my shifts since I realized my shifts ain't working. Even though the shifts work on the front screen, I just took the bind off my gamepad. I said fuck it, I don't need it. So I'm reusing some F keys though. I'm finding out I'm gonna reuse some of these F keys. So this front screen's not exactly the same as the back screen as far as these binds go. So make sure you know what you're doing on that. But yeah, for the back it works great, and for most people it might work great just as a general for everything. So when you're tweaking your UI, going down here to the bottom right, here's the default. Alright, so there's default. You'll notice that here's the issue that you run into with the default UI on a small screen, is that when I'm clicking, you can see it's bringing that little thing up, and what that is it's actually clicking on my pet portrait, right? So there's my pet portrait right there, but for some reason it is all the way over there too, and like whatever's right there, which I think it's probably this dude's pet portrait, you can't move your mouse like you can. If you want to pivot your camera, you got to come over here to the right side. So that's the point of dragging all that shit. That's what I did, is I just dragged it off to the left side, bottom left corner. Everything's in the bottom left corner. All the pet portraits, all of my own portrait. What I did do is I kept the target portrait over my portrait, but I made it to where I could target myself still, even if I had a target. Alright, and then here's the focus, and then I don't even think I have a target on, or it's way down there in the corner. So everything's in the corner. That way you can get on this left side here and you can move your camera. You can see I got like a dead spot right there. That's right there's like the tank's target frame, so you can see it's still not even perfect, but that's how I need it. So likewise to go with this, whenever you are questing, let me see here, let me get all my guys over same spot. When you're questing and like you want to pull up to these quest items that like you cannot, the quest items that you have to do manually, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Pull up with them on your right side, so where it's like you click on it on the right side, you looted that one, and then you'll be able to loot this one, you'll be able to loot that one, and that way when you click down here in this page, it really clicks it, and it's not like accidentally clicking some icon or whatever. So And then another thing to go with the UI, setting your UI up. These are some things to note here. Set up C, the character panel. Set up the right bracket, like underneath backspace, the Rift Store bracket. Make sure that's kind of set up right. Set up your trade window. Make sure this trade window is about where you want it. Make sure this bag window is where you want it, and do it to where these settings reflect the bottom screens, and ignore the top. Don't worry about the top. And then you know, clone them all. And what I've done is I've made a macro that says, can I drag it down? Alright, it says import UI easy. If I can get to it right there, import UI easy. And I stuck it down here on a key. I'm not using F8, and I changed, you know, all their key bindings to F8. Made the macro on all of them to where F8 fixes their UI. And up top I did the same thing, but I gave it a different name. I named it main, to where like the top screen's not going to get messed up and overlapped with the bottom screen. You know, the profiles for the UI. So what I've done is, you know, obviously aspect ratio plays a factor in how this works, but you want to start off on these bottom screens and then click something like that, and then line the top screen up. And like, this is an easy place to do it, because then you can come back down here, you know, and you can scrap this screen, you can scrap this one, and then you can open that one back up again. You click it up top here, and then so basically what you're doing is you want to make it to where when you click down here, it does the right one up here, and then you're gonna keep needing to tweak this window, tweak this window, tweak this window, to where when you finally do, you know, click the things, that it syncs them up. You can see it didn't on that one. I got them synced up for the most part. The map is not synced up, but I got it to where I can go up here and click that one, and then go somewhere. Let's go to... See, I was tweaking on this earlier too a little bit. So I'm going to go down here and click it.
Farewell.
And I'm looking at the top where the mouse should be, and I'm going to try to drag it where I think it is. So it should be there. So next time I do this, maybe it'll work. I don't know. Don't really care. I got 4 of them. You know, I'll do it twice. Who cares? I got 4 of them doing it with 1 click, so whatever. So another thing is vendoring and stuff, right? So your bags are getting full now that you're questing and shit, and like, I'm still not a big fan of like looting. Like, I do private group free for all loot and just loot on the front, dude, whatever. And so I made this script here to where it's basically shoves the first window 300 pixels over and locks it to the top, and then 350 pixels over, and then locks to the 50 pixels down, and then just kind of, you can see it staggers it like that, stair-step staggers it. And so that's so I can get in here and, you know, vendor some stuff easily, right? And the point of making it like this is so like I can bring that window up and click in here and just, you know, you can do this anywhere. It's another little tip inside of a tip, and just start selling shit where you stand. And so, you know, I need to dump my bag. Obviously my bags are just packed. Dump my bags, and like, you know, this window is not interfering with my bags. Done with that. Trade my dude. My trade window's over here to where, like, you know, I can see what's going on over here. It's like, hey, give him that, and like, this is going to be my little process that I actually go through quite often. So now I'm looking for a mailbox. So do I see a mailbox? I don't even see a mailbox. So like, I'm gonna hurt that out of here. So to hurt that out of here and put all these back in small window. I got the Rift Store open on 3 of them, so since it's open on 3 of them, I'm gonna open it on that one, and then escape, and then escape, and then I'm gonna open my bags up, and then escape, and then escape. And I'm gonna go over here and click my my Hearthstone and just hearth back so I can get to a mailbox and continue the video here. Loading delay. So yeah, I need to dump my bags here, and here's how I dump my bags. This guy pretty much gets all my stuff. That wisdom one, I think my healer needs that. But I don't need that. I don't need that. So what I'm doing here is I'm sending all these greens to my buddy so he can disenchant them, and then he sends me back some enchants, and I don't really think the ratio is very even. I'm pretty sure I send him about 50 greens per 3 enchants. And the chants he sends me back are like the wrong ones that I can't even use. So, but I'm still sending him shit, and it's, you know, I could be making a little bit of gold off this, but it's like, psh, whatever. Let him level his shit up, and hopefully he gets 60 and has all his shit leveled up, and he can, you know, come back and carry me later on. So, keeping the wisdom one, I'm gonna keep that wisdom one. I'm just gonna kind of go through here the dex. I know the rogue is set, so I'm gonna get rid of that dex one. Don't really need it. So that's what I'm doing with those, just to make room. And so what I'm gonna do is stagger these back out again, like so. And what I would do is I would just start with this first one over here, and see what he needs. Does he need any of these? No, he don't need any of these. So he's gonna trade the main tune and just basically unload his bags, stuff that he don't need, and then like he's done, and I'm gotta do some stuff here in a little bit, so like I'm done with that account. And then like this guy, I already did that guy, I cleaned him up. Oh, another little thing, 50 plus trick. You hit U and you get these, and it's like stats, and I didn't even know this for a while. I had all kinds of these sitting. And you basically just go in here and just fill these up. I've already got most of the good ones, so I'm to the point now where I just need to fill them. And supposedly when you fill them, it'll unlock over here and you keep filling more stuff, right? So, yeah. I'm not even sure what all that shit's about, so I'm done with this tune. I'm basically just kind of going through here, and you can see I need to open like 30 of these. Did some, what were they called? Rift hunts. Shit was awesome. It was like outdoor raids. Crazy XP, big old bosses and shit. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of going through, and even if like I know like what am I on? I'm on the healer. So if I was on the healer and I know like this one of these int ones, like the mage needs the int one, it don't matter who needs it. It's gonna happen like this basically. The tank gets everything. The tank gets fucking everything. Well, the tank doesn't get vendor trash. That's vendor trash. So the tank gets everything. Yeah. Obviously, I'd probably traded some ones that I could equip right there, but the tank gets the stuff the other tunes need. And then I come through here, go in there, and vendor anything that doesn't need to be traded, basically. Soulbound stuff. And that is the process that, you know, the realistic process of managing a shitload of tunes and their bags, you know, filling up and all that stuff. So, and then when I'm done here, you know, I got the script here set. I'll let you peek here. This is, you know, the same script you guys got basically, very different order. And then you can see there's like the start of the auto login, and that's my entire script. So then, you know, if I was done here, hit page up again, resize all the windows back down small, continue playing, right? So looks like I got, yeah, I've already closed 2 of them. So that's the tip for this week, I guess, and I got some more coming. I already got a couple topics lined up, so stay tuned. Peace.